to blow up the tires. Oh geez, we got a rolling tire. Oh shit. Oh shit. Where's this going? Oh, my body! Yeah, some dude lost a tire. It's going crazy. Alright everyone, so here's the truck. Just to update you, I did change the pipe. It's also like 10 degrees. So this thing's actually running pretty good. It's really cold. I'll take off the body for you. And yeah, you don't see me with gloves often. But here's the truck right here. I have to get the panels on it just to keep it nice and clean. I'm glad to get this thing dirty. You saw those donuts. That thing was kicking up dirt like nothing. And really, I haven't been able to get past quarter throttle in this thing just because how the gearing is. I think in the spring, I'm going to get a lower rear gear. But I did push it a little bit for you guys. You saw those flips. They're pretty rough. One of them actually broke off this little thing on the end, as you can see, for the fender. But the rest of the truck's intact. The fuel lines look nice and good. And the engine's definitely got plenty of power. This 28 is great. I'm absolutely loving this engine. I might rethink the carburetor though. I'm not really liking it. I know it's very cold, but the tune's not really where I want it. But what makes today so special are these front shocks. And these things changed everything. There's a lot less flipping. This thing used to flip a lot. It also is very bouncy, hard to steer. Sure, it's still hard to steer because of the, you know, powerful rear end, just wanting to fly out all the time. But actually, I feel comfortable controlling this thing now. My panels thankfully kept everything clean. They work pretty well. I got those holes drilled out to stick my screwdriver in to tune the carburetor. And for the pipe right here, this is just an LST stock pipe. This is the old one on the LST. I just ground off the black anodizing and polished it. Obviously my polish job, it kind of sucks, but that's just a for now thing. This is its first official test. Yeah, so that's about it with the truck. Man, I've been waiting 2 whole years for this moment. I gotta say, it feels great, everyone. This truck, besides the carburetor, which isn't really that big of a deal, is running good. This thing is a beast. I'll take off the body for you guys. I'm loving this thing. Go ahead and check on the dirtiness of it. The panels do a pretty good job. A little bit of a sand got in it, but no big deal. I can just brush that off. And obviously I don't have a side one because of the battery. I got to weld in. And speaking of welding, I got to just weld this little fender support in. Kind of sucks. Every time I flip it, it lands on the fender supports. This one was actually bent also. So I just got to either improve my driving or improve the suspension. But with the dual shocks, it's a lot better handling. My only issues now is just keeping it straight. With the lock diff, it's always wanting to, you know, peel out on me. I'm not sure if it's the front suspension's fault or if it's this guy's fault right here. But other than that, this thing is a donut machine. I just can't believe the donuts. And these are quarter throttle donuts. This engine's super torquey. I can't even get on the throttle because these wheels spin so fast. So I might change the rear gearing just to compensate for that, because this transmission is just geared so high up. First gear is practically a second gear. You saw the ballooning of the tires. These tires are moving pretty quick. These are some pretty nice tires. And I think if I just gear the rear end down a little bit, it'll just give me a little bit of a lower first and second gear, just for more of an off-road type of gearing. This thing's definitely geared for on-road and doing like 60 plus. And according to my driving skills, there's no way I'm able to hit 60. Gotta definitely practice on this thing. Which again, this thing sucks at handling, but it's a lot better obviously with the fixed steering and the dual shocks in the front. And then what I need to jump this, I'm probably gonna need another spring in the rear or another shock just to, you know, beefing it up even more. The front's ready to go. The front feels super stiff, but now just need to stiffen up the rear. But everything's nice with this thing. I didn't lose any bolts, so I'm happy with that. It's exactly like the Nitro Slash. Seriously. I think I just built a heavy Nitro Slash. This thing's always wanted to do donuts and it's peeling out like crazy. I'll say though, this thing is a heavier version, so I guess that makes it better. Bigger engine. Yeah, but this engine supplies plenty of power. Again, I've only really gone quarter, half throttle on this thing. I've yet to even get full throttle on the ground. It's just crazy. I'm not liking the tunability combination with this carb in the engine. I'm starting to think this engine's not really meant for it. Especially because I already had to swap out the high-speed needle for it to work. Could also just be the cold. I know some engines tune different in the cold. And this is a brand new engine. I have no experience with this engine. I just broke it in this truck, as you know. But it is running great. It's got plenty of pinch. Can definitely, you know, I can say it's broken in, but it's definitely tight. Definitely feels good to have this thing running, all the work I put into it. I'm certainly glad because this thing's meeting my expectations. I'm very happy. Well, like super happy. I'm just loving the donuts this thing is doing. It is crazy. Can't wait to get on the throttle and get this thing dialed in. But in the next few episodes with this thing, I'll probably finish up the welding. I've been neglecting the welding. I'm kind of getting too early into the running process of this thing because I got to weld in the secondary shock for the rear. Obviously, this battery, because this thing is just screaming run away with the zip ties. And then just repair the damages. But again, thank you so much for watching. I'm really pleased you guys are enjoying my projects and all that stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I'm very impressed with this truck. It's crazy how far this thing has come. I look at the videos last year and it's like, geez, this thing was nothing last year. Finally something. All right, that's enough yapping from me. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.